Yeah, so I fixed the bug. I spent most of the day on Saturday. It's fixed. I fixed it. So now, what bug? Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Dodo Dev. I'm working on this little game. Sometimes I play games, but I'm mainly just working on this little Unreal game. And my bug, my little first-person shooter, turn on player 2, is that players 2, we fix his equipment. See how you see him here in player 1. They have no heads. Don't worry about that. Now we do our equipment, and our equipment shows up, and we can shoot. The muzzle might not be, like, the point it's firing from is a little forward, but, oh my goodness, how loud is that? That's better. And he can go fight enemies now. Go get him, player 2. So there's a few polishy tasks we can put up there. Am I sprinting? Alright, I don't know what changed. It used to be the player 2 all this stuff worked. Because I could use my ability, and sprint as an ability. But now sprint, like this all used to work for player 2. Shooting used to work, and guns, and equipment, and then it didn't. Now, I don't know why. I don't know what changed. Something changed. Which gives us a list of little things that we can do now. Little teeny tiny things. Little things that we can do. Like, I don't know. We can look into it. We can look into it. Let me show you the fix. Let me show this to you. I think part of it was here. That I had to go in here. So I used to, okay. So after I fixed it, here's a different bug. Those big white blobby bullets were firing super fast. 20,000 units. They're supposed to be 2,000 units. But instead of setting it up here on the projectile settings, I set it up as this thing, which I don't know if anything uses this variable, but I set it up. And so now it's using the one that I put into here. So to make a faster one for the rifle, it should be pretty simple. We're going to do that right now. I'm going to show you the fix for everything else later. I'm not going to start with projectile base and make another child actor. Yes, I am. What is it going to need? Let's just say 5,000 for now and see how that goes. Which you can't see. Hold on. I set it to 5,000. Gameplay queue spawn. Projectile spawn. Add sub tag. What's the current one? Pixel pistol. Pixel rifle. And you can get rid of the pixel pistol one. We can make it the... Oh, for crying out loud. We don't have a queue for the pixel rifle. It would still go bow, 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 just like normal. And we don't have a queue for the... Sorry, I'm so jazzed I got that thing fixed after so long. That's wrong. One of these is wrong. Projectile impact. Add subtag. Pixel rifle. Alright. So we need something with those cues. The speed is up And I'm going to... I should reduce the size a little bit of this mesh. The last time I did it, it's different between the server and the client because the client would apply this twice. And I don't know why, but we're going to try it. We're going to do a 0.75 or a 0.5. Now, if it's teeny tiny, it's doing half-half. So it'll be 0.25 in the game. At least I know about that now. But we'll just see what happens with that. We're going to go to our gameplay cues. Beep, boop, 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 boop. And we got these two. We got the Pixel Impact pistol and the projectile spawn pistol. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna duplicate each one of those. Duplicate. All right, and I want them grouped together. So I'll just. They're not gonna be grouped together because they're different. Anyways, here's the new one. I need to come down to this gameplay cue projectile rifle. They're gonna be the same sound for now, but then I'll be like, hey, results have been filtered. I didn't filter any of your freaking results. Okay. It does this here burst sound. Wait. That was someone letting me know that I got a ride to the role-playing game going on tonight. Might get to roll some dice. Dice rolling. I'll tell you what, there's a Kickstarter right now for Nimble's second book, and I can get all the classes and stuff. And I have enough, so I got a lot of money. I got a job, so I got to save all my money so that I can pay for things like food, utilities, rent, medical stuff if it comes up for me and a few people. So I'm not buying anything. Over Christmas, my parents, they sent me money. And they said, you're not allowed to use this money for anything but goofy stuff that you want to buy. Or else I wouldn't have the money to begin with. That's all I'm allowed to use it for. And while, I could use it for emergencies, it's not an emergency yet. And I still have this money that's earmarked just for that stuff. I could get the Nimble book on Kickstarter. I could get the digital one. And then be out of money. Like out of spending money for dumb stuff until I get a job. This week, I should know job stuff. But beside the point. I mean, it's the big point. It's the elephant in the room. But walking around that there elephant, I'm kind of obsessed with Nimble. How I can use any of my D&D books with Nimble instead of D&D, and I like Nimble better. It's so good. So good, you guys. It's so good. Anyway. So that's just supposed to be the weak spot hit. What is this file? That's a projectile impact anywhere, and I'm using weak spot hit. It's all this VR noise. Where did all that stuff from? I can show you guys how I make sounds. Not for this. I'll keep that the same. I'll do it for the other one. Do it for this here one. Because right now we got this. We want the rifle to sound slightly different. It might sound completely different. But I'll show you what I use for that. I gotta slide something you can't see the for Twitch the chat to show up. Hello, chat ghosts. For that to show up, I need to have it open in like a window on my screen, which is fine. I didn't have it like visible before the one time someone in the stream ever chatted at me, so I probably waited a few minutes before responding and they were gone. Infinite sadness. Let me start this up. You can see what I use. I think it's also freely available online. And we'll do this. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. This just doesn't work. It's not doing anything. That's crazy. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe this will work. Yeah, this will work. BFXR. Ba, ba, ba. What does this do? Let me turn on. I need an audio capture for this, or else it ain't gonna work. Would this work? Let's see. Oh, gotta turn on. All right. Oh, that's kind of loud. Let me turn that down. So all this program does is just randomly make stuff based on randomizing these variables. So like, what is this? This is shooting? That's a laser shot. That's not a very good laser shot. It's very loud to me. Turn this down a little bit. Oh, that broke it. So you can just play around. Ooh. Hmm. 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 And you make 8-bit noises. Isn't that cool? Explosions might work. Hmm. So a lot of time I just make a bunch of random ones, slightly play with them. Please stop. Oh, that could be like a menu button. Start the game. That's great. That one isn't bad. I mean, it definitely sounds like a laser, not a rifle, but compared to our other noises and the fact that they're all 8-bit stuff, then yeah, it's fine. So we have this. So we're going to export a WAV file. Just on the desktop. We'll call it Pixel Rifle. You can't see the screen for it, but... So yeah, if you just need to make some sound effects, they're for 8-bit stuff, like Atari stuff. BFXR. It's pretty cool. I'm going to change the name of this. I cannot change the name of that. Okay. So I got a file. Now what I'm going to do with it? Well, I want this directory open here. But I also want to go and see this on my computer. And then I'm going to take the pixel rifle and drag it into that directory. And then it's going to say, hey, do you want to import stuff? And I say, yeah, import some stuff. And it said, hey, processing it. And I say, all right, what do we want to use then? We want to use this. All right, I think that's all correct on its end. Pixel rifle. Boop. Now the only thing I have to do is say, when I'm shooting, here's the cue for it. And I have the projectile for the pixel rifle. That's the cue. So I need to go here. Content, weapons, projectiles, a pixel rifle. And then over here, wait, where do I set what it uses for? Do I have ammo actually as a setting on these? Hmm. Hmm. So we have a separate queue. Did I just close that? No, it's over here. Come back over here. All right. I think that's when I do the shot. So it's in the ability. Ability. Shoot rifle. All right, I also need the other ability to do the thing that I did. Oh, okay, get class defaults. Yeah, okay, this is already how it's supposed to work. And that doesn't, it's not a temp setup anymore, buddy. That's the real setup. Get this class, projectile pixel pistol C, speed, projectile speed. This one, get class, boom. Rifle. Did that actually work? Rifle, it worked. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Wait for gameplay event, shoot projectile. That's the same for both of you. Shoot projectile. And the pistol, it grabs all that stuff. Damage data from the damage effect class. So I'm going to have to change because I want this to do slightly less damage. I have to look at this. It's not super straightforward. We don't need this anymore because stuff is working. We know the projectile class. We know the projectile speed from the class. It shoots, then it ends the ability. Don't need that. Okay, where's the cue? Where's the cue for the thing? Is the cue not on this? All right. So, haha, I haven't touched the gameplay ability system in a little while because of that other bug. So this is a nice dive to reintegrate that knowledge onto my brain. Yeah, this is all the same. I made sure I updated this. notice this is now run on server and reliable. That's why you can shoot now. Once the shoot happens, problem was the shoot wasn't happening before. Was it just on the... Did I miss it? Was it already on the projectile? Somewhere? The queue that's supposed to happen. Is this saved somewhere? Where is that queue getting passed from? I'm gonna have to go look it up, aren't I? Yeah, right. I thought it was part of the ability. When this ability fired, also that queue fired. Let me go double check that. That's equipping. It's AoE attack. It's melee attack. Shoot equipped gun. Shoot pistol, shoot rifle. Oh, wait a minute. This shouldn't... What? Hold on. Hold on. You're going to hear some bleeps and bloops. I shouldn't be able to shoot the rifle. Because this thing here says, hey, you're not using the pistol. You're using the rifle? It says, yes. So, all right, so shoot rifle. For the pistol to work, I had to say, all right, are you remote? If so, come over here and do this server thing to shoot. Client, server. Kind of like a client prediction thing. I guess it's only happening on the server. It's not shooting the right projectile. I need a new custom of it. Custom event server shoot rifle. There's going to be cleaner ways to do this. I'll get going. Is this reliable? No, it's not reliable. Do we care about it at distance? I don't know yet. If it's remote, server shoot. Oh, did I compile? Yeah. Why is that showing up? Okay, I just made this. Right? So I should be able to drag off here and say, oh, I said sever. Oh, for crying out, brain. Server. About to flip my lid. Lid flipping. And then it's going to be exactly this. Hoity doity. All right. Shouldn't be able to see any difference. It just means that... Right. Yeah. Just make sure that feels instant. There's some stuff going on with movement replication now, even though movement's replicated. I tell you what, I don't know what happened, because this was literally all... I mean, I could probably go back... Oh, you can't see any of it. Oof. I'll show you. I'll show you what's been going on. Ooh. That's not the right window, but don't worry, it'll change the correct thing once I just hit a bunch of buttons. So I just hit All these buttons again. There it is. So see my animation while I'm running around? It's like, it's because the client's fighting with the server over this sprint. Alright, so bullets should be traveling twice that fast. Yeah, sprinting was working before for the second player. It's like how the flashlight works. And it all stopped working. I like changed one thing somewhere for some reason for multiplayer, and now I have to re-implement multiplayer everywhere else. I don't know what I broke. I'm learning. Learning projects are allowed to be sloppy while you're learning because you're learning. Which is what I'm doing. In case someone ever asks you, this is a remote procedure call. If you have a rep notify variable, literally a variable where you go down here and you say, no, am I replicated? I'm going to be rep notify. Over here. That will make a little thing fire off a function like the flashlight stuff I did whenever that value changes. And that's how you handle late joiners. If you have a listen server going on, all the relevant stats you want them to have need to be rep notify so that whenever someone joins, it fires that off and they can get the updated version of those stats, those variables. But when you're not doing that, you got this. Things run on the client, and that's fine. It makes it snappy. Sometimes things run twice on the client. Well, once on the client, once on the server. Be careful. But in general, you can have the client do a thing because the server doesn't care, but the player gets to see it. And it doesn't really matter in the end because the server overwrites all that stuff. What are you? The authority is the server, remote is client. If you're the client, this is a run on server thing. Server runs this. It says, okay, do this thing on the server then. Request the server to do this. And the server says, gotcha, buddy. You told me to do this. I'm going to do this thing here. Send this gameplay event. Shoot whatever you're telling me to shoot. Remote procedure call. Calling a procedure on a computer that's not you. It's remote. It's the beating heart of multiplayer scripting in Unreal. We do it over here again. This is for what? Combo? For the melee I'm not using? This is just for the UI for Interact. We don't care about replicating that kind of personal stuff. You walked near a thing to interact with, no one else cares. It's just for you. Interact. Goes here. Same thing. Remote procedure call. This isn't... I had a friend of mine set this up. He says, oh yeah, this is like rep notify. What he did was say, go do this thing on the client specifically that calls the server interact. And then this comes over here and does this. Client, bloop, server. And that actually does the interact, which is an interface, which is a very convenient way to pass information from one actor to another in Unreal. See? It all goes together. It's like it's poetry. Anyways, I have no idea where this queue is being called from. So once it gets this event, it says attack target. Only NPCs have an attack target. So that's back from the tutorial. I was following that dude had guys smacking each other with sticks. That's what that's from. I just left it in. I don't want to be different from the tutorial, and in it stays. But then after that, oh, is your attack target valid? It is. You're just going to shoot at it at that location. There you go. Enemies don't do that anymore, I don't think. I think I have them all set up to use behavior states in the behavior trees, Blackboard stuff. It's fine for our things because it can say, no, it's not valid because it's a player and that value doesn't exist. Say, all right. So is it really a player controller? No. Hey, what are you doing in here? Get out! Oh, it is a player controller? Alright. Wait for target data. 20,000 units. Don't care about the trace profile. Coming over here, we're saying, who's firing this ability? Cast it to the first person character. Get the first person camera, get the world transformed. Start location, literal transform. That's where the start of the shot is going to be. Then we get the endpoint from this. It doesn't look like it, but this is a line trace. 20,000 units ahead, it goes whoop, and it returns a target that it runs into. I don't remember exactly what we have for that. It's not that it won't shoot if it doesn't get one of these. I just need kind of an endpoint to help aim the projectile. This executes on the server. It makes an outgoing ability spec based on the magnitude of the data damage. It's currently negative 50 because this is shoot pistol. This is where we do damage. Right here. This is it. Not that. Oh, I put it here, didn't I? Oh, for crying out loud. Get the spawn location of the pistol. We say, who owns this ability again? You character, you're instigating this. Spawn location. Passing in the target location. Over to here. And it's spawning the projectile. This projectile class is here under projectile settings. Which just points at the base type. Notes to myself for the future. Make sure I don't forget. Spawn only if you're on the server. Clients, you don't really get to spawn bullets. I know you want to. Then end the ability. So, for the rifle, look at this. It's the same setup. Damage magnitude. So there's a weird thing in video games, right? Unless you're playing a tac sim game, like Rainbow Six or Ghost Recon or something. The way bullets work. The way bullets work is that they hit a small, heavy thing, high velocity, make whole, can kill pretty easily. That's bullets. But in movies and games, if you get like a big, chonky, honky gun, that thing does some damage on one pull. But if you have like a gun that you're spitting out, 1,000 rounds a second, that's dumb. Like 10 rounds a second, something really fast. For balance sake, for action scene's sake, that stuff does less damage. Now, in real life, even a tiny bullet, even blanks, it's many real world examples of just getting something in the barrel and then blank shoots it out like it's a bullet and kills someone. That's not good stuff for gameplay. I mean, it's not good stuff for reality either, but for gameplay. So there's this tendency to say, if you got a gun that fires faster, it's got to do less damage. And I just absentmindedly put that in as just a thing. That's an assumption I can challenge. But then they'll never go back and use the pistol. It's like a direct upgrade. So, gameplay decision for the future. What do I want guns to feel like in this here action game with pixel guns? Now, even if this fires the right bullet, it's going to be wrong in a lot of ways. I'm just gonna test it here with the server. Pistol. Huh. Ah. Oh, we did a thing. We traced through the thing, and then we did the thing. Let's make sure it happens on the client. Hmm. Now, the client one is going faster, I think. It is definitely shooting faster on the client than the server. What the heck? Wait a minute. Wait. Let me go back here. No, it's in the projectile. Oh. All right, we could do this. Here's what we're going to do. I got a little. All right, that projectile is in motion. So we can go over here and say, uh, shoot rifle. Where's my projectile? Projectile, pistol, server, projectile settings, speed. That doesn't matter. I need to know these things. I'm not going to be able to get them through normal debug means here while the game's running. Okay. Firing faster on the client. Does that mean the client isn't getting the correct speed from the class of projectile? Because I set it up over here. I'm just using the mouse wheel for some reason. But it's in projectile setting. It's here. So speed. I didn't have to change the queue because it read it from here. Even though I'm not specifically saying in Blueprint, send a queue with this data. It's here. I gotta remember where that works. Is that something I set up? Here's what we've gotta do. Why is this projectile speed set to 20,000? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's not inheriting it correctly from this. And why not? Well, uh, um, quick distraction. Throwing smoke down. Whew. Got that out of the way. All right. 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 So if I just play this, you guys don't need to see the other screen. Then I give this guy the rifle. And I shoot a projectile. It's not going to tell me what the speed is. Nope. It's not. It's not. I'm going to have to say. Ye old debuggy things. Now we get to test. Now you guys want to see this too, right? Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, that's why I'm here. See the stuff. All right. Ah, it didn't print it. The what? Um, This is where I set it up, right? Did I set up the pistol? Oh, for crying out loud. Ah. You ever have one of those moments in your life where you question the decision to stop drinking coffee? Yeah. Maybe I'm having one of those now. Just maybe. Just maybe. OBS, why can't you just remember the name of that window? Okay. It says it's 5,000 on the client. Does the server say anything? What happens when I'm on the server and I do it? I can shoot the slower bullets. Anyways, that's 5,000, and it's saying, hey, this is 5,000. And the server is obviously launching it at 20,000. Because, like, if I come over here with player one, hey, oops, I should be looking at player one's screen, huh? Hey! See how much slower they are? Yeah. Yeah. So, is that not replicated? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe this thing here. Wait, where is it? Not you. Save you. It's projectile. You replicated? Yeah, you're replicated. Does projectile movement have to be replicated? Is it replicated on the pistol? No. Does that fix it though? Still correct on the server. On the on the client? No, the real client. No, it's being misreported. Does that mean the class isn't being reported to the server? The server's reading the base class and not the rifle. These guys are more fun to fight if they take a few more hits. Anyways. Takes a while. Takes a while. And all of his animations are weird, but that's okay. Animations come later. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. All right. I don't do this on the rifle. That's on the projectile. I just get projectile movement, set the target to initial speed. Okay. Set. Get speed, initial speed, deja vu. Oh, there's two speeds. What? I was only setting the variable. I wasn't setting it here. Anyways, it's all the same now. And then I'm going to unreplicate this. Because I shouldn't need to replicate it, right? Right? Even though overall the whole thing is replicated, that should be all the stuff below it. I don't. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Here we go. I'll do this before I bat the window up. That seems right. Fixed. I changed the variable that I already knew I wasn't reading instead of the projectile actual data. Fixed. I'll take it. I just put the information in the wrong place. I shouldn't even have that speed variable, you know? I shouldn't. But I don't know exactly where it is or is not being called. Because if I come over here, class defaults, it's the speed. It's not talking about maximum or minimum. It's talking about the variables that I have. And it's playing the right gameplay, Q effect, and everything else. All right. Get into this. Let me show you. Let me make sure this is correct. Let me shut this off. Let me turn this on. Look at this. New projectile for rifle. New row. Bada bing, bada boom. It's in there. It's done. We did it. Look at all the stuff we've done recently. Let's take a moment to talk about how awesome this has been. I fixed. There's all multiplayer stuff here, right? Long time ago. Player pawn wasn't working. Player 2 hits itself with bullets. Bullets aim towards center of interaction. Combat does not work correctly in multiplayer. Second player does not see enemy death state. Damage state stuck on sometimes. Just redo all shooting in MP. We did all that. Enemy stuck in damaged material. Did I fix that twice? No, because it's the second player, but then there's actually a different fix I had to do. Anyways, second player can't aim up or down. Flashlight only works in single player. Vader, melee attack, not visible on client. It's multiplayer. Can't interact with rifle equip. I redid all of the interact over here that fixed both of these. When you shoot, you stop. Because you're colliding somehow with the bullets. New interact system. Nav mesh agent boundary restarts. That one was a doozy to figure out. Double and not destroying weapons correctly on client fixed. Second player can't shoot. New projectile for rifle. Right. What do we have that's currently broken? Keys. I just need to redo the lock and door system so I know which player index has interacted with the key, and then if they die, they should drop the key object that someone else can pick up. I mean, the question becomes, do I need an inventory system in this game? It's an action game. Did Doom technically have an inventory system? It didn't have like a backpack. I don't know how it was handled under the hood. But you had keys, red, blue, green, yellow, and you had your weapons. And you had ammo for each weapon, tracked on each weapon. I don't think that counted as an inventory. I think it was like, you always have these things. Are they currently things you have active? Yes, no. I want to do whatever the simplest thing is here. So that needs to be designed first. I can't fix this without a design for what I want to do and how I want the flow to go. And I ain't doing that today. Can't see your own shadow if cast for another player's flashlight. That's going to go in with all the character art. These are our only two MP bugs. This isn't technically a problem with replication. This is a problem with how I set up the system. When anyone picks up a key right now, all doors of that key type are unlocked for everybody. Bob picks up a key 50 yards away. The red key for the red door, you're 50 yards away standing next to the red door. You see Bob pick up the key, you turn and open the door. Now, I could be like, oh, you guys all have a shared security clearance in this facility. So picking up a key, you run it through your thing, and the system recognizes the group's security clearance. That's the kind of things you do when your game is on fire before ship. You get the bugs and you triage them. And you say, how can we fix this? And someone says, I have a zero tech implementation. We need one line of voice, one line of text. If a codex, it goes in the codex too. Pick up a key and it says, your group's security clearance now includes floor 1 green. And the first time you do it, be VO saying, yeah, we're all in the same group, so all these security clearances accounts for all of us. Then you ship it. Of course, then you're talking about localization and everything else, so maybe it's more expensive than rebuilding your lock system. I don't know. But it's the kind of stuff that just pops up at the end for you ship. I've shipped a lot of projects. I've seen stuff like this a lot. It's okay. Sometimes you run across something weird in a game. You're like, that's kind of weird. Well, it's probably a good reason for it. General bugs. Multiple shots change aim point. Yeah, I know I have smart objects down here in the note. I still want to make the healing spot a smart object that damaged enemies know they can go to after a certain threshold. And that means I also want to make those things only be able to supply a certain amount of health in a certain amount of time and then have to recharge. And whenever they're not charged, then enemies don't go to them anymore. And you could like use them. It might be a valid strategy to get hurt and then go heal yourself at one to drain it before you start a combat so enemies don't seek it out. Or to make sure it is charged so that you can like do something to trap that area. Maybe like a landmine ability or something in the future. And then enemies go to the smart object and they blow themselves up. Cool moments. Smart objects. I'm probably not going to get to that today. I would like to. I'd like to review that stuff, but this is annoying the heck out of me. Allow me to show it to you. Gun. Let me lift up my mouse and do it again. One bullet goes towards the center of my reticle. Perfection. 2, don't! I have the mouse lift. Why am I turning? Is my mouse picking up on something far away? That's weird. Anyways. And it always goes off to the left. Which means it's picking a different aim point for the end. Why is it picking a different aim point for the end? I don't know, but there's a limit that it will do it in. But if I do it slowly, it always goes where I want it. Although it might be slightly off to the right. But all the bullets should be in that same direction. Now, I could just be like, lol, it's recoil. You're firing a lot, so the bullets are going to go slightly different places. Also, these things aren't... I have an animation for them firing. It's like a one-frame, boop, flipbook change. Do I want to do the technical stuff, or do I want to do the cosmetic hookup? Let's do the cosmetic hookup. I don't even have it over here. Let me. Give me the whole thing. All right. This is not a bug. They're just not hooked up. Firing flipbooks. Pixel animation on Unreal called flipbooks. They're not hooked up. Oh, you guys didn't even see that. Boom! It's right here. Okay. So when we shoot this, and we're actually shooting, we should be able to get a projectile class. Oh, we're going to do this bad, and then we'll do it good. Cast to BP pixel pistol. Wait a minute. Do I need to do that? Flip. Flip. How do I... I was looking for flip books. Get actor of class. Cast to BP pixel pistol. Flip book get component. Not as BP projectile. What am I doing? And this is shoot rifle anyways. Do I have a reference? So I'm finding this montage, which doesn't technically exist. I'm gonna do that. Does that change anything? Yeah, it means nothing works now. If I just set it and go wait gameplay event, because does this montage have oh, it does send the gameplay event. And then I wait for that to happen. And it's not a good montage. Because nothing happened. I never made it. It's just there because I followed a tutorial. So when I get it, I do all this stuff. Character is the instigator. Right. It's the player. I need the pistol. That's what I need. If I got... I can get the equipped weapon. I mean, ideally, this would be one ability. It's called shoot. And instead of hard coding a bunch of crap, it just dynamically is like, hey, what's your equipped weapon you're shooting with? That's the rifle. Do the rifle stuff. Hey, is it a pistol? Yeah, it's a pistol. Do the pistol stuff. But I'm not. I feel bad because of it. so play the shoot montage. So we should also do the shoot flipbook based on this. We just need. I mean, I could just be like. I don't like hard coding this stuff. I mean, this should no, not AP, not ABP, BP. Yeah, jerk. Anyways, so that's the pistol ref. So I should just be able to go here, get it. And if I just do play, should we play from start? Target, paper flip book. No, that's not going to work. Get flip book. I'm just going to look at the pistol. If I'm going to be bad about this and dumb, I will be bad and dumb all the way. There's no weapon mesh, but there's a paper flip book. This is FB pistol. Alright, so there it is, not firing. Set the flip book. Pistol firing. Play from start. There's no on end. Really, there's no on end. Have a delay in here. How long is that flip book? It's 24 frames a second. And it's got 5 frames. 6 frames. So it's what? 0.4 seconds? I just want to see if this works. This hideousness. spaghetti. But I just need to see if I have the logic down. Nope, didn't work. I mean, it should have worked on this server. It should have looked like that. Is this stuff even happening? Oh. It's not going to matter. Well. Oh, so many errors. I didn't even look at the screen. Hold on. Access none. Trying to read real property. I need to cast, don't I? Convert to pure cast. Don't need to cast. Really? Really? I don't need to cast. Whoa. Oh, when I delay, everything else happens. Yeah, I know. I got 200 million. So, access, trying to read property, K-node, dynamic event. BB Pixel Pistol is not a U class. To set it. It's not, it doesn't want to be set. It doesn't want to be set. Get flipbook. No, this is wrong. Why are there two? Oh, because one I just copied over to the pixel rifle. Did that work? Am I just being a poopy head? No, that don't work. That don't work at all. And I still have all these errors. This is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Oh, and why did I think it wouldn't be complicated? Well, because I don't think anything was causing the shots to drift left on rapid fire. Wasn't this, was it? Maybe that technical problem, instead of hooking this thing up, works. That what should yes do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. This might work, otherwise it's going to look weird. Here's the pixel pistol. No, not here, but here. So now we're in the weapon base. And this is FB firing. And that could be empty, but also it's going to be hidden in game. So when I come over to here, now we can see it. There's two separate ones. See? But they're both going to be on top of each other. But we won't be able to see anything but the firing. So now that's a component. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Why is it just firing all the time? If I set it to 0, it'll stop. If I set it to 1, it'll keep going. So now I should be able to grab this component, make this one normal. That'll update a few things. Let's make sure we're not going to break the game by doing this. Where's my pistol? Where's my base weapon? That's now called normal. It's FB normal. It's going to save everything real quick. Come back into the pistol now. It's called normal. Normal and firing. Flipbooks. Don't need that. We got our two flipbooks. Got the normal one. We're going to say set hidden. So you can't see it, but I just typed in set hidden, like set hidden in game. It's not there. Visible. How do I do this in the other stuff? How do I do this in the enemies? Where are we at? Where are we at? Floating eye. Nope, not his art. Floating eye. Yeah, open the full blueprint editor. Thank you. So he's got all of these baked in, all these different kinds of things, and they're all hidden. The event graph in the enemy base. It's the damage stuff. Where's the function for, here we go. It's set visibility. I'm just grabbing that and saying set visibility. I can't set visibility here. Is it because this is an ability? I don't have to cast, do I? Because this is a direct reference to that thing. Get visible. Set visibility. Oh, because I was trying it from over here. Oh my goodness. That's not visible. I'll clean this up if this works. Stop it. I don't have to do those gets. Yeah, okay. Okay. Play from start. We're going to try this again. Delay 0.4. Stop. Yeah, don't worry. I guess we'll clean it up. I know it's horrible spaghetti. Every shot. Didn't work. Why? I don't know. I'm technically using the same logic I'm using in other places. It's saying access none. This is returning none. This is a direct reference to a blueprint. But it may not be the blueprint that we currently have equipped, maybe? Maybe that's it? So what we did here is I got the player who owns this ability, and I got their current weapon. Oh, uh, something's happening. Oh, that's what I was checking. I shouldn't be doing that. We'll leave that alone and solve this in the main weapon. It's not hidden that we want. Visible. Not visible. That's what we want. Because we're setting visibility. Alright. That should work. This should work. Look at that! It fires almost twice, though. Pow. Pow. I'm not sure it's playing from the beginning. Can the other can player 2 see it? And then we'll check vice versa. That's the wrong window, OBS. I can't tell. Let me move this around on my own screen. No. No, they can't see it. Can we see it vice versa? Hello. Oh, and it doesn't stop. All right, so number one, we're going to move this into the server-side logic. No. Well, we're not going to move into the server-side logic. That's crazy talk. Because who cares? I don't need to pass that data around. And there's a delay. Should it just be one frame? Because that didn't work. Maybe this timing was wrong. First, let me figure that out. Wait, firing. Get. Get flipbook length. Yeah, forget about figuring those values out. Can I at least... See? That looks right now. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. You just can't see it in multiplayer. So when someone shoots, we want them to... We do want to... crap. Yeah, we do want to make sure that when they shoot, they see this. And since it's not a normal thing, like a 3D asset with an effect that plays, that we can spawn on the client and the server, we need to tell... See, my worry is bandwidth. If I say, switch all this data around, it's just a mindset to get into. There's a multiplayer mindset, and I'm getting into it. So I can already start to identify what is going on with this. This sucks because it means we can't put it into certain things. There's certain things you can't use delays in. Get out of here, Pistol Ref. We don't need you. We did the thing that I said I was going to do that was harder, but it ended up being easier at what we needed to do. Here's the thing. I really want to... I want to take all of these... Oh, it's a function. And I can't. You know why I can't? Delay cannot be placed in a function graph. Collapse to macro. Alright. I don't know why I didn't include everything. Seriously. Collapse to macro. And this is firing FB. Now look at that cute little guy. He's a macro. And I can go over here and say, but what? Why can't I call this macro? Uh, on. Because it doesn't have any inputs? It doesn't need any inputs. For crying out loud. It doesn't technically need any outputs, but I'm going to do this anyways. Hey, there you go. Now we've got some delays running on the server. Because there's not a bunch of support for pixel art. I mean, there is, but I don't know. Oh, son of a... Convert to a pure cast. What are you doing? Why would it have changed that? I don't know. Oh, I can't do that. I gotta... Oh, that showed up. No, it didn't. All right, here we go. Let me get up in player two's face. Hey, man, check out this gun. Who shot at me? Did he shoot at me? That's what you get. It's not really playing the full thing. I notice the hammer's never coming back. I don't think it's changing the visibility state correctly. One little step at a time. Ooby dooby 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 doo. Normal, set visibility to no. Firing, set visibility to yes. Play from start for your length. When that is over, stop it. Set visibility of this firing to not. Set visibility of this firing to yes. But that hammer ain't ever coming back. Now, if we skip the delay, doop, probably look way worse. It looks exactly the same. I gotta fix that aim point. Oh, I'm running out of time. This is gonna have to be left half finished. Now, this is all happening on the server. Am I going to have to replicate these? I kind of don't want to, but I mean, what all is replicated? It says it's replicated, but I know components sometimes aren't. Component replicates. I don't like this. Component. I don't like this. This is unnecessary. what I should do... Oh, but I can't trigger it for another player. So this is the way it has to be. I was going to say run it on the client from the server, but it's not going to matter. It ain't going to matter none. Sussing our way through the world today. It's still not hiding the thing. Oh, it is showing it now on the client. Why isn't it hiding the visibility? Oh, it is. I just couldn't see it. Ah! We just needed to replicate the things I didn't want to replicate, and here I am clicking on a window in OBS instead of the real world. Okay. Can you see mine? Yeah. Oh, wow, the pistol feels so slow now. Oh, no. The delay. We have to fix the delay. I'll show you what I mean. Not you. Clicked on you because you need it saved. The stuff in this macro. We got to fix where this macro is. It can't be here. Right? We got to put it at the end. I'm like, why does it feel so sluggish suddenly? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it was waiting 0.4 seconds. And now it's not. Oh, he's still just never not spawning. Oh, we both are. It isn't ending. Why isn't it ending? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why isn't it ending? If I shoot, that's just once. 5, that worked. It is working. What is going on? It got stuck in a state. It got stuck in a state that it just kept firing. But then it didn't the next time I ran it. Well, there's only one thing to be done for that. Note it. All right, so we set up the firing state. We hooked that up. That's hooked up now. It's not a state. It's not a state. It's not a state. All right. Not bad, not bad. This was the big one. That was fixed Saturday. We added this and this. We made some progress. We made some progress. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now, since that is a problem, and I haven't genericized shoot, it's 2 different abilities. Which, I mean, there'll be reasons why that might be important later. But I need to figure out why that happens, why I get stuck shooting, like playing that flipbook. And then once I figure that out for the pistol, I can implement it whole hog on the rifle. And then smart objects, maybe Wednesday, unless I'm suddenly employed. If I'm suddenly employed, it might be very sudden indeed. In which case, I'm going to very much ask them, can I keep working on this? Can I keep working on this? This game fun. Me do learnings. And if they come back and they're cool with it, then maybe evenings or weekends, I'll figure it out. And if they're not cool with it, I'll cry and cry and cry. My stream will be dead. Some places won't even let you stream playing other games for fun. Like my Tingus Goose stream. I beat Tingus Goose, by the way. I'm on the very last level. I got what they call the true ending. But the last level has a big old Evangelion. And it raptures Tingies that are in the air for too long. It's quite difficult. I'm going to play it tonight, but not on stream. But that's all. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're watching this at this point in my life, I don't get money or anything for this. I'm just glad somebody watched. I hope it was fun. It's definitely a learning experience. Smart object soon, assuming I'm still streaming, and then I'm going to go roll dice tonight. How exciting. You go have fun too. Bye.